One, two, one, two, one, two. Mic check. Mic check. One, two, one, two. Mic check. One, two. Mic check. One, two. Mic check. Yes. So, guys, welcome to this live stream. I don't know where you are joining us from. So, this is the. I say I normally run my trade not according to the calendar weeks, but I always have my 10 weeks stretch. I normally have 10 weeks trading stretches whereby I'm having different targets. So for this week, it's week 2 of my, I think, third 10-week stretch, which stretched from, I think, 30th of June a week ago. So this is week 2. Now, these are the weekly target, actually only 8% growth. So we're going to see how the week was in paper. Now, the week in paper is different from the week in theory, right? Sorry, not in theory, in practical. So these are the trades that actually I was live on Sunday and I talked about them ahead of time. The video is just, I think, 2 videos or 1 video before this one. And just go back and watch the video if you're doubting any of this. I was live. I was talking about these trades and we were able to have these trades. Now, just for perspective, my weekly target was 8% growth. Now, on paper, we were able, at this particular point, we have already 4 trades which have hit our TP. And each trade has been giving us 3%, 3%, 3%, 3%, 3%. So this, I think not for 5 trades. Actually, all the trades that you talked about, all of them, they have run to our TP. So this technically takes us to 15% in paper. Now, why am I saying in paper? Because we're using a risk reward of 3 strictly. Now, we have things like slippage. We have things like some trades they ran like 2 days. So we have 2 overnight commissions that were being charged on those particular trades. There are some that we didn't take completely. There are some that we didn't take completely. For example, the GBP USD and Euro USD, I always don't take those 2 trades at the same time because I assume them to be the same trade because they are always about 0.9% correlated. Sorry, 0.9 correlated or 90% correlated. So I don't take them the way they are. I take one. Also with CAD JPY and USD JPY, I take one of them. And finally GBP JPY. So having factored all those things in place, we were able to make slightly below our 8% target to this level. So we made about 6% of the trades after factoring all those things together. But assuming I was a aggressive trader or I was trading all these pairs or all these things that I gave you, then this could be a very clean, decent 15% trade. So let me just walk you through. I'll not go through whatever I was doing to analyze because it is already there in the videos. So on Sunday, we agreed that if the market comes to the fair value gap, we're going to have a very beautiful sell. But again, I give you other factors that will make the market not touch the up fair value gap that is above there. And also give this provide to enter the market maybe just immediately. Let's look what happened. It's because I said of this hourly fair value gap where the market has stopped and we are showing signs of going down. And if you look at the outcome, the market went, I can see, just went to our external rate liquidity and we're able to plug in 3%. All right. So we go to the next trade, which was Euro USD. Again, same thing. I was eyeing for the price to come to the external range liquidity, and I gave you every reason where we should enter, and that's immediately where we entered. And you can see price gave us a very beautiful sell to the extent, which again was at 3%. All right. So for my case, I only took the trade of GBP USD. So minus that 3%, now you're on 12%. Come here, cut JPY again. I explained every reason why price did react from this particular zone. Now price did give me a very clear reaction I wanted, so I narrowed down to a lower time frame and I got this particular entry, and you are able to take the trade, and this is the outcome, right? This is the outcome. Now you might see slightly some difference between the screenshots because the screenshot of the outcome I think I took from a 1 hour time frame, and I guess this one was a 30 minutes time frame. So you can see there are some slight differences. But if you check the entry price, you can see it's 0 106 to 44, around 106 to 44 there. So the entry price are the same. All right. So I didn't take this trade. I took this. I don't know why I forgot to upload to update, but I took this one. If you check, this one gave us a very good sales signal here, and we ended right here, and we hit ourselves at 3%. So that's our second 3%, which brings it to 6%. Now the next one was GJ. Again, I explained every reasons why it's going to rise in the same video, and you can clearly see we had the same price movement, and I was able to bank 3%, so that comes to 9%. But I've said at times due to slippage, due to different in spreads and what have you, if you put here 3RR, the amount you're going to get if you compare is slightly less than this one, because it was coming in real figures. It was about, let's say, instead of 3%, it was about 2.5. It was coming about 2.5. So if you take 2.5, it's coming to about 7.5 for the three of them. Then the issue of slippage and what have you, get us slightly to 6%. All right. Then on Wednesday, not on Wednesday, on Monday or Tuesday, I think Tuesday or something, I came also and I gave insights on these cards. I said I'm dropping CHF because all the CHFs were at their all-time low, so I was dropping the CHF, waiting for them to breathe. So I introduced these cards, and we got a trade on NSD card. I'm sorry I did not put it here, but the video it's there. I just go and check the video. We got a trade on NSD card. We got a trade on NSD card, and we got a sell. Like I said, there's a sell over here. Let me show you. We got this sell very beautifully. We got the sell, banked in again at 3%. Can be good. Now we are also in this trade. Whereby we are hoping to see if you can get the 3%. So this is where we are right now with this trade. It pushed up. Perhaps you're just seeing a bit of rejection. So we'll be waiting to see if it closed below here. We better close, but I'm hopeful we are going to hit our target. So again, these are trades that I also explained in the video. For the card, we didn't get something. Actually, for the card, this is a missed trade because if you look at the trade, I was waiting for the price to react to this fair value gap. Of course, it did not. Then I said we are waiting to see price breaking above this zone, because let me just explain what I said. Um, we saw this rejection and a market structure break. The rejection here, then I said, okay, I want price to come at least. This was the 50% level. So price came to price come to tap our demand zone below this. Then I said because I did get a very good nice entry there. You see, there's a 1 hour demand zone. Price came to tap the 1 hour. Actually, I was expecting price to reverse anywhere a bit above this, but it came really down, tapped the 1 hour demand zone. So I was supposed to enter over here. I think something happened. I missed this trade. You get the point. I missed the trade. Then I say, okay, I'm waiting for a breakout and a retest to this level. You can see price broke out and retested. I was planning to enter at the retest, stop loss below the retest, few pips below the retest, and take profit just here, here. So if you look at that video, you see what I was saying. So it was a missed trade. So this week I had one missed trade. It actually was running perfectly to my according to my system. All right. So it's a trade that I missed for this week, but otherwise it's a trade that I'd analyzed and I had every reasons to take that particular trade. Okay, all is not lost because we are hoping to run to this zone here. That's where we are hoping to run. So having gotten ourselves this kind of a movement here, coming down like this, collecting this one with this one, uh, I'm going to explain today more inputs that I'm going to look in this particular pair, right? So this one will keep touch and be able to see any future movements to it, any future movements accompanied. So this tells you that we're in a business where we know what we are doing. That's most importantly. We're in a business and we know what we are doing in this business. So last week you saw how massive it was. We got almost 23%. This week again you can see it's just only Thursday I started, and you see I don't trade on Mondays. So it was been only 2 days of trading, and you can see what 2 days can do. So we're in a business where clearly we know what we are doing, and yeah, so that is it. So I'm going to go ahead and clear this. This has already played out, so I clear it. GBPs are there that also considered to have played out the way I want, because you can see the TP was stopped. I missed the trade, so I'm going to clear out gold. I don't trade it. You all know I don't trade gold. Just here for some things. Here I consider it already to have played out, so I'm going to clear it. GBP, of course, you know it played out, so I'm going to clear it and look for the next move. NSD USD has nothing to show. This one has already, it does not have something. NSD JPY, it has been so sluggish, but okay. Card JPY played out. Let's look for the next potential move. Let's say played out. I'm going to study to look at it again and again. This guy already played out. Let's do just for another potential move on it. So welcome now to a new clean move for the second bit of the week. It is Thursday and now it's London session. I think it's London session. London session has opened. London session has officially opened. Now, guys, I'm learning also something else. You keep on refining your strategy. I'm not changing your strategy, but there's something to just I want to make sure that I'm learning and I'm also showing you guys. So London has not opened. London has not yet opened. Guys, do we have an adjustment? Oh yeah, it has opened. It opened it's opening at 10:30. Let's see when this close. It closed at 8:45. It opened at 3. So let's say 3 to 9. I'm going to mark 3 to 9. Then we wait for about 3 to 8. Yeah, 3 to 8. I think that's, yeah, when this thingy open 3 to 8. So I'm going to divide my screen into this pair, into these sessions, even before I start. So I'm going to mark out uh, session 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 3 to 8. Have I marked correctly? Yeah, I've marked correctly. That's my Asian session. Then London, I'm going to mark from 4 or 10. Mark it from 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, all the way to 15. Let me give it 5 hours break stretch. All the way to 15. Okay. Now this one is when we want to deal with these small ranges. I was just trying to see. Does not make sense. Does not make sense anymore. Maybe I'll mark them when I'm so much narrowed down into those ones. But let's start. 4 hour is our higher time frame. 4 hour is our higher time frame. But let me just pick something on the daily. Maybe just to see a clearer picture. We can see, of course, by the break of this one, we had an uptrend, and there's a very beautiful trend line. Showing us we're in an uptrend, as you always know. Having pushed from here to here, down above it, you can see one day yesterday we had a rejection, so might clearly maybe see price coming somewhere here. All right. So right now we do what you call counter trading. The trading counter trend line. Yeah. Once you can capitalize the retracement, let's go to our higher time frame, which already we know how it's looking like. Let's see. So we can start from here, even from here. Guys, already you know our style of trading. You guys already you know how we trade. Look at that beautiful thing there. So of course, just marking. If you mark 3, we are good to go. Look at that. There's a touch there. Another touch here. Another touch over here. All right. Have you seen that, you niggas? Yeah. If I'm going to give you something here, we pushed from here down here. We hit this to this level here without breaking the limit, creating an inducement. Now price broke to the trend line here. A nice coming here. So if you're going to see an extra move, you guys know that what inducement does. We want to see price collecting this inducement, which is here, collecting this inducement, perhaps to the enemy here before even pushing ahead. All right. So that's what we are dealing with right now. All right. Okay. So guys, I've shown you many a times. All right. With a push to this zone here. Our price came here without breaking any came inducement. Now we are here. You can see even how price approaches this zone with reverse head and shoulder. So taking, we're just going to complete the pattern here and get an entry, push to collect this inducement, right? But for us, we know price as tenderness to react from this zone here, so you can easily target this zone. All right, how many pips? If it's more than 45 pips, you guys know the jib. You know how we do this thing. 104, that's great. So right now we are looking forward to see a price reaction perhaps from this supply. You know how we do this? We utilize both liquidity concepts and the nini. Why is this color so weird here? I don't like this color. We utilize both smart money and price action. So we want to see price reacting from this supply. We want to see price reacting from this supply here. Then in the lower time frame, we're going to look for reversal. And see price came. We're going to look for a reversal, perhaps something like this in the lower time frame. Perhaps something like this. You can see price can come collect this liquidity. A reverse sign like this one. Then you can see if you can catch a trade and trade to this level. Okay. So this is what we want to see in a smaller time frame. Of course, we know what's our confirmation for a sale. Price reacting from this above trend line. Okay. It's acting like a resistance zone. And again, you can see the pattern is coming clearly in reverse or head and shoulder. Coming like that. Close below it. Now it's coming like that to form a reverse one. So you can take a trade, complete this one, and even come complete it. Another completion, and chances are very high you can trade below this zone. So if you are entering this market, let me guide you. First, take profit. We'll take it here. So you have to get a very precise entry here. Going to be our first TP. Now, why am I saying so? There's a fair value gap over here. We might see price trying to react from. That's why I'm advising you to use that as a TP. There's this fair value gap here. You see price reacting to it. You see price reacting to it. Okay. Second TP. It is this extreme end. Once price collect this liquidity and have our second TP here. Giving you things ahead of time. So you might see price coming like this, reacting from the supply zone over here, come to hit our first TP, react from the particular zone, give us another entry, we can entry, come to hit this zone here. I saw someone say that if you see someone marking on the chart, they are still a beginner, marking how price will go. But this is not to say this is how price will go. It depends with the marking mentality. Depends with your marking mentality. Not marking with the mentality that price must come like the way I'm marking. That's not the way I'm marking. That is not my mentality in marking. My mentality is this is what I'm anticipating. But I'd react to the market the way it takes me. Right? I'd react to this market the way it's going to take me. If this is the way it has to come, then that's fine. But if this one, if it violates my system, then I know again what I'm supposed to do. All right. So in this marking, I'm not driving the market. The market must come like this. I'm not trying to gamble to predict. No, I'm just trying to put my insights on the market. Of course, hoping for the market to do this particular thing. My insights also backed by 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 facts. All right. So here you can clearly see this is a hidden pattern, is a confirmation of a hidden pattern. Again, if you just check at this particular zone over here, it is more or so of a double top that's coming to be formed. We are the extreme resistance zone like that one. Are we together? Yeah, so it's backed up by data. Then there's a supply here, the market supplying is reacting from a supply. Then why am I going to see this push up? Is because this is a fair breakup. Of course, you can see it holding price up a little bit before dropping down. So these are set up that if you get it correctly, should give us more than 5% because you can get two entries here and scale in to get at least 5% and you're good to go. Oh, sorry for this. What did I do now? I wanted to do like this to take a screenshot. So we have that. Go here and go to our continuation. So this is GJ. Yeah, just do randomly. We got that one, so we're going to go to our continuation. Let me write here Thursday continuation. Higher attention. From we hit our TP, I think it was on Tuesday or Wednesday, so we go to Thursday continuation. This is our special. We'll go to our 1 hour and see. Start now to be very clear to see those rejections. To see those rejections. Price close below and with a series of meaning. Let me delete this thing here. So at the back of my mind, I know we are approaching a supply, yeah? But again, even beyond that supply, I'm seeing there's an order flow here. Price might be getting from this order flow. Call that refining. There's an order flow here. So I'm going to be very careful Perhaps price might be reacting from that particular order flow. Just mark it perhaps with a different color, but all of here there's an order flow. Can use a different color. There is an hourly order flow. Hourly order flow here, where the price is just is. Okay, and the first candle can see there's a bit of rejection from this zone. So if you are going to enter this rejection, then your stop loss has to be just above the order flow here. And let's look at where your TP is. It's giving us 2.9, which is not bad. Of course, I can try to react from here. You can get a 3 if you are an aggressive seller, yeah, or aggressive trader. You can already end at the order flow. Looking above the order flow, you all know that mainly these are supply zone, and a lot of things happening inside the supply zone. There is a fair value gap. There is a gap just above the order flow. All of these are supply. All right, let's put it here. Let me call this hourly fair value gap. So make sure you are not getting induced. So there's an inducement here. I said we combine all of these things together to be able to make a trade. This is an inducement that has been collected. Why? When price gets close above here, I want to look at this happens. Inducement. When price closed above that one, above this zone, some traders think that okay, perhaps price has is shifting to an uptrend, and they're going maybe to place their buy orders, stop loss above, below here, and they're going maybe perhaps to target this high over here, right? So price can easily induce their into their orders, then takes them out. They'll swing perhaps coming to the fair value gap over here or some distance, then come down for them. So clearly our entry is dependent to see. I would want to see how price would close below this zone. And in this sense, we'll be looking at the 5 minutes for this case to see if you can be able to see a move from here to see this particular, a move, guys. This is what we want to see. That magnificent move. All right. So here it is more of awaiting. If you want detailed tutoring on how to be able to be more or less like me, then just inbox. The number is on the bio. So I'm going to go to the 5 minutes. After a move, after entry, my great people. Don't be fooled by what is happening over here right now. You have to be very patient with the market. So in the 5 minutes, with this one failed to take it. Those are failed close. So it's like we come like we are like this. We came down, We failed to close above, right? Now we are going down, so it means we need to open as long as we close below this. So long as we just close below this one and just look for a small retracement, and we can enter for a sale. All right, can enter for a sale. Where is our TP? Our TP is over here, so you can, as long as we close below, let me see, we close below here. Yeah, that's going to be our zone of indication. Gonna like there. As long as we close below the zone, just wait for a small retracement. If you're aggressive, you can sell, but just wait for a small retracement back to the Nini, and we're going to be able to take our trade. Stop loss will be just above the pivot point. Then you know our TP is all the way to our zone, right? This is the first trade that I'm giving you. So long as everything that I've mentioned here happens, don't rush it. So long as everything that I've mentioned happens, then we going in full, not full margin. I don't trade full margin over here. Over here we follow risks. We do take our trade professionally. So our entry time frame, what do we see? Want to see that. Want to see that one happening. All right. So when it comes to entry, have to clearly see when this zone is broken, there is always pull up. And now this movement, I'm expecting all it. I'm also expecting this kind of trade. I'll be also expecting this kind of trade on USD JPY. It's actually showing me the same thing. I can clearly see it from a distance. Sales are really looming in. Why? Although I'm going to explain it, but just in a few. You can see this part. My favorite pattern break below it, broke below it. Now this one complete this pattern here. So also you might be able to see something like that. And also the same, I've seen it with card JPY. Same thing. So I'm coming to those just after the break. After the break, we are coming to do. Let's see how our little baby is doing here. It's doing fine. It's going to push to the TP. So I'm coming after the break to be able to take you through that particular sector. Now, exclusively, there is our other YouTube channel that we are opening. Soon I'll be moving everything to that YouTube channel. I'll be moving everything to that YouTube channel, and this one is going to just remain to be Western Entertainment. It will soon just be talking about things entertainment, things about away from trading. Now I have opened another YouTube channel called A Walk to Trade. It's called A Walk to Trade. It's called A Walk to Trade. Now this YouTube channel I opened it specifically to talk about real life stories to financial freedom. So season 1 is already out, and we covered 9 episodes. We covered 9 episodes already for season 1, and we're now going to season 2. Season 1 was more of trading sacrifices. Now season 2, which is coming very soon, starting later on today, it will talk mostly about He'll talk mostly about forex market, not the charts. Kwanza, it will be about things that surround forex trading, myths and misconception, fake lives, false lifestyles, how to do it correctly, and what have you. All right. So you can see for season one, we did Thika Road edition, we had Ngong Road edition, we had Outer Ring edition, we had Juja Road, we had Karura Road. You can see all the roads, actually all the major roads. We had the first one was Waiyaki Way, all the major roads around in Nairobi. I think we've covered almost all of them. There is Togo Road, there is Waiyaki Road. I think the one that's missing is Mombasa Road. That's the only one that have not had an explore on it. But all these other major roads, Waiyaki Way is there, Yogo Road is there, Outer Ring is there, Kangundo Road is there. You go to Thika Road, it's there, Kiambu Road is there, right? So that is it. So as we take this break, so can just leave you with the season finale to see how it went. Let's take a break. We're coming back. learned a lot of things. When I personally sit back and watch this episode, I realized the sacrifice I've been making through for quite some time now. Imagine I've only documented only like I have documented only like four. Sorry, that's four. I've documented like 9, 10 points, but this just are part, a fraction of 100 of times I've worked, 100 of times I've struggled, 100 of times I've missed food just to be able to stand out as a dad, as a husband. All right. Yeah. So it's one of the lessons I've learned that at times we sacrifice a lot, but showing that we cannot be able to see. Okay. Because the world is driven by results. At times people want to see results, they want to see success, and measure that as the amount of work you put in. But throughout this working, I have learned that it's not about success. It's not about results. At times we work a lot and there's few to show. We are other people who didn't work either through luck, through corruption, or maybe even through inheritance. They didn't work a lot, but they have results. So I've learned it's not um, about results as community may have put it. It's not about results. People are working hard out here, and that they need to show as a result. So as I'm ending this series, it's going to be a long one, and yeah. So as I'm ending this, I just want to remind you something. I was somewhere in Nigeria, and I've reached a stage that God is still writing your story. Your story is not over yet. It might seem like it's coming to an end, but I'm here telling you that your story is not over yet. All right? And he gave three examples, which actually I really found it very interesting. He gave an example of Elijah. And you see, this example is very unique in a way that we are used to the story of Elijah, therefore, to kill the prophets of Baal, the 450 of them. Imagine this guy went to the contest with 450 prophets. Hear the point. And it was a very strong challenge. If you ask me, it was a very strong challenge. Very come out of again that challenge. But the guy went into it. So you can see the boldness. Actually, I'm just trying to bring out the idea of the boldness of the challenge. Are you together now? Right? Then imagine after doing that, just a single threat from King Jezebel. Now Elijah, someone who was very bold, seeing that now all is lost, is running recklessly for his life, on a pump and run recklessly for his life, and even some point, and they are moving, man, he just kill me back. Just I'm tired. So they don't like losing hope. Just a single threat from Jezebel. And this guy was very strong. But God reminds him, where? The boy you're going, where? I'm not yet done with you. Then we to Gideon. Gideon complaining that I hear you are my least for this for why would you make me fight? And we saw how God also came to. And lastly, is the thief at the cross. Don't say, akikapita Bwana kwamba yeye yangu imeisha basi. Mimi mwezi na wao kwa kweli. So it felt like the story is done. Right? It felt like the story is done. But one thing, Nana Papa, at the very last hour of his life, the 11th hour of his life, even his story was not yet over. So this I've learned about through the journey that your story, God is not done with your story. Life is like a chapter. So perhaps there's a chapter where there's a painful happening. Just keep on scrolling, keep on reading. You'll come to a place where your story will be joy and truth. So, remember, remember God is still working on your story. So that's one of the greatest things I've learned through this journey, and I think it's so good to share with you even as I've been working. I made this clip longer because I'm not doing any other clip. I'm not doing another clip. It has been, guys, if you watch this one, this extent, this level of expertise, I got thank you and anything that you are saying so in your life, may it come to pass. May your story change. Alright? May Yeah, that is it. That is it. Yeah, that is it. That is it. So we can continue with our outlook and continue with our analysis and see what we have. I say this maybe gonna go up. I think I was with a student when I was taking this. I was with a forex student when I was taking this trade. Um, yeah, so we want to continue from where I just left. I was talking about DJ. I was talking about this DJ, and already I have shared insights on this DJ. I have shared insights on this DJ. So your work is just to wait and see. All right? Let's just wait and see. Okay? We are not trying to predict the market. We are trying to react to the market. Which means this entry. Oh, but one thing I forgot to say is that again, even sometimes we my data entries. No, some analysis just give insights from the higher time frame and what I'm expecting to do in the longer run. But at times we find that entries might really change. So I normally leave the aspect of entry to you, right? But if you want my clean refined entry, then consider checking the number of the bio and reach out to me. I'll be able to plug you on how I normally get to execute my trades. All right, because this entry will keep on varying depending on what I'm seeing in the market. If this price decides to go for this fair value gap here, you see the entry will change and such like black like such like. All right, so entries will keep on varying as I keep looking at different aspects of the pair. Let's go to UJ. This is UJ. Now, deep from a daily perspective, UJ can clearly see there is a rejection block, big one over here. If you don't want rejection block again, you know me, I'm a guy that do both. I trade ICT and price action. So you can see this guy is like reacting from a rejection block, and clearly yesterday there was a very big rejection. The whole of yesterday, 24 hours, price um is telling us that, you see what, bro, I'm not going beyond this rejection block. All right. What we see, there is a kind of a gap over here, which price just tapped, fair gap, which price just tapped onto it and went back very aggressively. So we might be able to see price really uh, being the thing, but again, we don't know. From the chart and part, in a very clean, if you do like this, no, this will not capture all of it. Let me try to see where I'll capture all of this. This is not so much effective. Yeah, let me start from here. If you do to this, I think whatsoever, there's no way we are getting to capture a good. You normally see at least three important touches. No, I cannot. I'm not able to find one. Okay, but that is an insight. We are reacting from an fair value gap, from a fair value gap. All right, and we are currently also reacting of a rejection block. I don't have a lot of things to say in the daily time frame. That's not my time frame of interest. Now, wow, this is my time frame of interest. We know what's happening already up there. Why we are reacting from that thingy there. So if you look at the 4 hour price, you will agree with me there was a break of structure here. Don't waste time writing break of structure. I know it's a break of structure. And the market that just broke above here, you get, how do you call it, choke or market structure shift over here, and we are likely to see some kind of bullish characteristics. We're seeing some bullish characteristics over here. Bullish over here. We're seeing some bullish characteristics over here. And then time price presses so much high. We always expect this kind of a movement. You see, price came here without breaking the blah 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 in downward structure, of course, but we see this movement. We see the movement perhaps to this level. So I'll expect price even to come and collect this, what I'd call inducements in this scenario, and not really even break of structures in the 4 hours minute, because what do I call a real break? And you guys did come to my course to understand this. Now, price in a downtrend here can also call an inducement before breaking structure and now collect the inducement, now to come and break structure to the downside, right? Then something like this, long as price is behaving here, it is not a correct break of structure until price comes and breaks this structure. And I normally like when price comes to collect these inducements before again having a valid market structure. So something like this again, something I don't like calling it break of structure. You see, so want to see price coming to collect this inducement, reacting here to have a valid market structure shift. If you need more of this one, please join my name. So this one, I can just easily call it a one leg move all the way from here to here, right? And perhaps it was just to facilitate a pullback to here, all right? So let's see another retracement perhaps to clear these imbalances and the shenanigans that are arising from here. Are we together? Just wanted to see that. Two, this was a daily fair value gap. I don't need it right at the moment. Okay. Now, if you look again internally, what the market is doing internally, candle by candle, pushed down, pushed down, pushed up, down below this one, even further below this one, and now we are doing a correctional push. So market already tells me that it really wants to come down. I say going to have almost the same setup as that of the GJ. Mark what is important for me, a fair value gap over here that can engineer this liquidity whatsoever. Then to the extreme end, I can just mark this one as my extreme end supply. Supply normally has some red in it. That's how I mark my thingy. So this one can be an extreme end supply, extreme end supply. Why am I saying an extreme end supply? As I see this, I saw this. I saw price breaking this zone over here, price breaking the zone over here with a very good momentum. Can you clearly see a very good momentum? All right, not something like this, that's a weak thing. This, but look at the very so much great momentum. And now price might want to correct back to the supply before even printing down. So in this case, if I'm going to get into the circle, our first target is here, then our next target would be here. Sasa wacha nianze kuandikia, wengine wanasema tuandikie target ziko, so ikihit pale hawajui kama imefika, watoke. Acha niwaandikie hapo first target. First target. Kuja niwachoree ingine hapo safi. If you don't take according to my targets, you will come up with your own target. I've seen some people coming to complain later on that you don't blah 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 blah. So I don't want you to complain anymore. The numbers on the bio, reach out to me. These targets I'm just giving randomly. So according to how, depending on how the market is reacting as we go by analyzing, I'll be able to adjust some of these targets. So don't be found still struggling when I've already changed the target and everything. So we are in an industry where the goalposts keep on changing. Goalpost will keep, I'll still repeating, goalpost will keep on changing. You don't look at the market every same way every now and then. You have to keep on adjusting your thingy. Just have to, you have to keep on adjusting the way you are looking at the market. All right? Because things will keep on changing. It will keep on changing, I'm telling you, friends. It will keep on changing. If you remain static, shauri yako. Market is not for you. Market is for us who makes different decisions every now and then. Today we are looking at the market this way. Tomorrow we are this way. Next day we are this way. The day after next day we are this way. That's how market rewards us. But if you remain static, uh, this I forgot to upload, but it was a success. Let me just write here successful trade. was a successful trade with 3%. Higher time frame. So that is it for the higher time frame. Let's look for a 1 hour to see any small details that perhaps are very important for us. One is not clear. I know that means will be very much clear. According to me, you can see price is sitting from here, price push to this zone. There's a retracement to the zone. And if you can, this is a valid one, then there's a closure below it. What do we expect? We're expecting price to react to a zone over here before coming down to hit our target. Are you seeing even the pattern itself? How clear and easy it is to see, right? So of course there's I don't call this a talk, but let me just mark with an X. Uh, X to me means there's a zone that has been broken, a liquidity that has been collected. All right, and now you have a very great build up of liquidity over here, over this. Its price might really want to purge. There's a build up of liquidity above this space here. I see a lot of build up. If you look how the market is coming down, it came to this level, kabuild, na imekuja hapa, okay, then you can drop down. Manipulation, that was manipulation. AMD, those are no manipulation. So you look at the market in different ways. There's more of an accumulation here. There's more of an accumulation over here. You see the accumulation? That was accumulation. It has accumulated. Then manipulation. All right. Now price is distributing, going up. Now in this movement, we expect price to distribute from here all the way. All those people who are trapped here, they'll be taken away. So price might maybe distribute to this level here. Okay. So again, this year maybe we might be able to see some accumulation again at the zone, and now manipulation to this one, and distribution down again. So studying the price, you look at different things in the market. You look at different things in the market. It's not combining strategies. It is not mixing. It is just blending. You have to know how to really blend your strategy to get a good victory out of it. I'm using price action. I'm using ICT concepts. All right. So AMD thing is an ICT concept. Accumulation, manipulation, distribution. This is what price always does. Look, not always, but look when it's happening. Because sometimes you see just price just is moving. There's no accumulation. But in time you see an accumulation, expect a manipulation. All right. So some people would say that okay, price always accumulates, but no, that's not the case. I'm here to tell you that's not the case. AMD is not the case always, but it happens. Right. So be careful when it's happening. So like here in this 1 hour time frame, there's an aspect of an AMD. This price is accumulating here. After accumulating, it manipulated traders. People are thinking of blah blah blah. Perhaps the down linear has ended, so we are going to buy. Then they're placing their buy orders. They are manipulated. They are taken out. Then the same thing they're going to be here. It's going to trick them. Blah 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 blah. The buying pressure is blah 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 is just kind of a retracement. More buyers are coming in, then they'll be triggered to continue buying because you can see price was buying. then boom, price price imefika kwa supply, draws with them thing. So hapo there's an aspect of an AMD model seen. I've seen an AMD kweli, AMD model, AMD model seen. We've seen an AMD model, AMD model seen. So be very careful. Be very careful. As I've said, that's not always the case, but learn to see it when it is happening. All right, it will not happen all the times, but you as an individual, you have to learn to make use of it anytime it pops its way in the chart, like in the case that we are seeing here. All right, that's why you see people who tend to promote a strategy or something, they are using um, playback or replay tools be able to do this thing because they have really identified specific places where these things happen. That's why if you're trading and you're watching this on YouTube, it becomes so easy to see these things. Becomes very easy to see the things, but it is not the case when you are doing it in a live market. So that's why I want to say avoid traders who use replay tools to show you the strategies. Go to those who are live trading. They speak about the market ahead of time, and you need to see how the market does it. So here again, you can get a very nice sniper entry in this one. If you get a sniper entry, who are we not to take it? Again, the target is equal to what? Once you can get 30. Once you can get 30. Already at 15. You are at 15. If you can get 30, yeah. So you guys, do you have any reason not to thank me if I get you to 30? Hmm? I give you a 3. Yeah, I give you 3. Already at 6. Could there be any reasons why we should not get at 30? Could it be there? We must get to 30, by the way. This day you're getting to 30. Last week we did 23 or 25. So yeah, you have to see if you can get to 30, 30 strong or 30 massive. Uh-huh. Because these are the same guys, even JPY is same in the category. Let's look at some at the USDs. Let's look at NSD. NSD has been so, but oh, I forgot this one. This one also it hit the TP long time ago. I forgot to talk about it. It's a day that I didn't even trade, but we hit our TP. This NSD. I don't know why I forgot this guy, but the TP was it. The TP was it. Honestly, the TP was it. Uh if you can check, movement was about, let's say it was just between 6400 and 6200, right? Let me show you. This TP was it. I remember very well. was about 6400 and 6200. It was about here. The TP was these are the TP. It was about this low. The TP was here, and see clearly how we swiftly hit that TP thing. It was here. The TP was here. We hit the TP and even traded down. So I want to look at this guy and look at what he has for us today. There's a pair I wanted to hit TP and it's not hitting TP. This one here. We just meaning the little thing before we get to our TP. So yo man, this one has been choppy in a way that I didn't like it. But do we have a choice? We're not liking pair? Nope, of course not reacting from this one. Blah blah blah. Let's see if you can get some little movement to capitalize on. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. This one, guys, me, I don't clearly see where this player wants to go. And so long as I don't see a movement in 1 hour time frame or in 4 hours time frame, I don't consider trading that thing. I don't consider trading it. I'll not come to look for my movement in 1 hour. You can clearly see 1 hour we are just there. I think we want to go up because of this liquidity sweep. This becomes our protected high. So shaggy. I want to see if you're having a move here. Now here already I talked about it sometime later, and I was really wanted to try to come to zone, this zone. It's not happening, though I know price will come. Fingers crossed for selling of this player again. Fingers crossed. But I know it might still invite buyers to react to this zone. Might still get invited to this. Fair value gap is always black. Might get invited to this fair value gap. I still do think we might still get invited to this fair value gap. Price might really invite us. Why? I can clearly see if price moved and you could see the movement, then now we are getting just inducement. Look what price doing. Price might decide to come and take out these guys here to react from this zone before maybe coming back down. This is what I'm looking at. See price doing. So I'm so much for I'm so much involved in the order fair value gap above before this one. Let's look at the daily. think this one paints a very good picture. Daily paints a very good picture. Here, price reacts from its level. So price trying to react also from this level and many other levels below here. And where price is right now, it might react to this thing here. So price might easily push because it's already tried to react from it. It can easily push away or perhaps tap it, take people out. Oh, okay, let's go back to our. So two reasons why I'm in thinking that price might go fast to this here or even come to tap here and not come to this zone here. Okay, anyway, it's confusing here right now because these are very good movement for this price to do from here to here. 66 vis-a-vis that one. So these are things that we have to really sit down and see about it. Number one, what Fibonacci telling us? Price came to the OTE with a very big rejection. Are you seeing this rejection over here? So price might be really okay. Let's just mark. Okay. Nimeacha kwa dictate here price. Let's just mark. Nimeacha kwa dictate here price. Let me just do what? Allow me just to mark. Is there where I can be able to add this guy here? Save drawing template as RB. I want to be using it as RB. Okay. So let me see something, guys. Will it save for me? Uh-huh. Oh yeah, it's fine. So being an RB over here, RB is a rejection block. Allow me save this one is this is a fair value gap. Save drawing template as fair value gap. So I'll be using colors. So one thing we had a sweep over here. We had a sweep. We had a sweep over there, and price has been coming, came down to this level, to here, inducements there, sweep. I think my sweep ends here. Now price is kind of. So I'm really hopeful that personally, my personal opinion, not the market opinion, but my personal opinion, I know price might really come to the enemy. It's quite deep sana hivyo. Yeah, price might really want to react from this zone to the fair value gap above. Tunasikizana kweli? My honest opinion. Complete this move. Yes, this move I feel it has not been so much completed. So it might come to the fair value above. But now for safety, if you are buying, and target this zone over here, just this high is our target high, right? That high is the one that we are targeting. So tuchukue that's the high that we're going to be targeting for this GU. Of course, I'm going to narrow down to some lower time frame and see where exactly we're going to take our entry. I'll be able to advise maybe perhaps that one later. Oh, it loaded, you can see. Oh, this one, what happened? Price did not come to our entry. Price did not come to our entry level. Price did not come to good our entry place. It just dropped, so that's why we didn't take it. I've remembered. So finally on this one, final on this one, it's loading. It's taking a bit of time to load. This is the final trade for this live stream. You also meet in the New York, London, New York overlap at 3 p.m. for the final trade to see how we are faring on. To see how we are faring on. Imagine trading. You can just if you can make $800 in a week and you are good. These are pro farm, eh? Msinikujie mbio mbio. These are pro farm. I'm in a drawdown of 3%. So if I make 800, I'd have a decent $500 per week for the week. So something decent, something decent. Inashinda kunyeshewa kwa mvua ukienda stage. Inashinda kazi yangu ya kufunza, unatusiwa na wanafunzi vibaya sana. So it's something decent. Thursday continuation. This pair inashinda kabisa. So this is what we're looking for, at least as per us. Sisi kama sisi nimewambia hizi mala inachora hapa zisiwadanganye. Don't ever be cooked that you can predict the market. You can never predict the market. We're just reacting to the market. Are we together? No one here is even trying to predict this particular market. All right. I'll keep on refining and refining. That was the original block, but now if I'm coming down here, I'm seeing what's called an order block. I'm seeing an order block. I'm seeing becomes more or less like an order block, and we had a price from this particular point trying to show us some shenanigans there. Now we are going up. We are actually showing some rejections over here. So you can see clearly, I can clearly see you can still collect this liquidity. You can still tap. There can still be a tap, by the way, to this zone. There can be a tap before going up. So these chances are very high. Price can still tap the zone. See, there's a lot of liquidity created over here. Here zone, those are fair value gap. Price came down, creating a smaller nini over here. After breaking structure, this one shifted to this level here. Let me see. Shifted to this level. There was a tap to this one, creating another one there. Okay. creating another one over here, and now price has tapped to it, but price is failing to close below here. But it came to tap to it. You can see, guys, we had a nice move to this level. Price came. These are very nice reaction. It came over here, came down over here, came to here, of course tapping it, and now we are having some kind of movement over here, failing to go there. It can come tap here before going up, but it's something that you're going to keep on to see. Right? Let me just mark this a very significant small supply zone over here. My hourly supply zone. Hourly supply zone. Hourly supply zone. I'd want to see how price would really react going to this particular place. If price breaks the level, then we can be able to maybe get some buys to somewhere here, 40, 50 here. But we want to see this reaction, because you can clearly see there is a more or less in the lower time frame, there is something like I can call a rejection over here. Can see can be a rejection. Let me just call it a rejection or something. Price is really rejecting this zone, which is a fair value. There's a fair value. Actually, there's a fair value gap. If you can see, hey, this is a price. Actually, price reacting from up here. Okay, it's becoming also interesting. Now, guys, this is how I backtest. This I backtest the live market. I don't go to already played out market to backtest. No, I like backtest live market. So I normally see what's happening with the price. So price currently reacting from a fair value gap that's about there. There's an FVG. There is an FVG somewhere. All right. There is an FVG somewhere. Price is really reacting off the fair value gap. Wow, something great, something good worth noting, right? So perhaps maybe we may be able to see a move, a push this level even more again, collecting maybe this liquidity, and then I can plan to see how to get our trades. Oh, all right. Though I'll not be taking this small sell, I don't take this small. It's not that I don't take most, but I don't think I'll be able. I'll get the courage to take this sell because below just 45. If you factor in slippage, Nini, it's not worth that trade. It's not worth it. I like at least below above 55 because of slippage and what have you spreads, right? So 50 and above is more okay for me. So you might be able to see that thing, and you can see when I can clearly see in the lower time frame, you will see this pattern coming in up above. Would see our pattern. That pattern would come in the lower time frame. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. So we're going to see a small push to the downside. We'll be see we're going to see a small push to the downside. Then there's a trade, guys, I want to close. Allow me just take this trade. This trade, I think it has gone. Wow. Yeah, how many pips to our TP? Only 14 pips to our TP. How many pips have we covered so far? So far we've covered 45 pips. So that is it. Um, this will not go very far. Just wait. That, so we're going to go to the analysis time frame. Analysis time frame, and we're going to place it over here, right? So what is common, or what is benefit here is we are going to be so much reactive, not predictive, right? That's the advice of the day. Let's be reactive. If I'm going to get an entry here, I can get an entry actually, but now it'll be more or less a sell entry. Of course, you can see price. I see price. What's price doing? Price has given us everything we need for a sell entry. Oh, sorry for that. We got break here. You can see from here tuliingia tukamaliza hapo tukafunga below it. We've gone back to test, retest. I think this should be a very clean entry, yeah? Down to this level, if you ask me. But let's see what price wants to do. Maybe there's some weird something. Maybe weird thing. Weird whatever. All right. Okay. This truck is not good. All right. So guys, that's it. Next time, we'll see you next time. Keep following the market. We meet in the PM session as we keep on looking at these pairs, what they are doing. An update on this trade. An update on this trade. This trade has taken long. I think I took this trade on Tuesday, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, Tuesday. It has taken too long. But you can see TP is inevitable. Let me just take it. Let me take a screenshot of it. Of course, I've exited this trade. I've exited this trade for my own reason. It has already given me what I wanted in terms of monetary value. It has given me what I wanted. So I have calmly exited the trade. This is AUD card. I have calmly exited. Did I really have something on AUD card? Oh yeah. Outcome. What if we add this one to our whatever our percent? Are we now 18 or something in paper? But this one I got it right. So you guys, trader ni trader ni mjamo, trader ni mjamo. So that's it, guys. Have a nice afternoon. We meet at 3 p.m. for continuation. But keep on checking the trends. For those who've been asked to this far, may God bless you. Bye.